Everyone, welcome back to CIY. Craft it yourself with Henna. I hope that all of you are keeping safe and enjoying time with family during this lockdown. Today, I'm going to share a very simple beginner level method of making a face mask at home. So, there are various ways by which you can make a mask at home. The one that I'm sharing today is advised by the Government of India's Principal Scientific Advisor's Office. Wearing a face mask is highly advisable for people staying in densely populated areas across India. It is highly recommended to make the face mask with 100% cotton fabric since cotton is breathable and the mask is 70% as effective as a surgical mask. Masks made at home are reusable since they can be easily washed or sterilized at home. Let's now look at the material that we require to make these masks. You can use any cotton fabric available at home. Even an old t-shirt or an old dupatta can be used to make these masks. So now let's look at the material that we require to make these masks. We need two pieces measuring 9 inches across 7 inches of whatever cotton fabric that you've chosen. We need two more pieces measuring 5 inches across 1.5 inches. We need two long pieces measuring 40 inches by 1.5 inches. These are for tying the masks on both the sides. We would need a thread spool. We would need a few clips or safety pins, whatever is handy and easily available. We would also require a pencil or a marker pen and a scale to do the measurement. Start. First of all, we'll take the two 7 into 9 inches pieces and put them on top of each other. Mine is a plain fabric, so it doesn't really matter. But if you have a printed one, then make sure that the right sides are facing outwards and the wrong sides are facing each other. We now have to make 3 upward facing pleats on the 9-inch side of these two fabrics. For that, an easier method to do would be to mark a few points on the 9 inches side. So let's start by putting these marks on the longer side, that is the 9 inches side. Take a scale and a marker pen or a pencil and let's start marking the points. We'll mark the first point at 2.25 inches, another point at 3 inches, yet another one at 4.25 inches, one more at 4.75 inches. The next one would be at 6 inches and the final one at 6.75 inches. So we have marked 6 points on one of these sides. We'll do the same at the other side. Let's now start making the pleats. We'll pick and pinch the 2 points at 3 inches and fold it upwards at the 2.25 inch. We'll next pick and pinch the 4.7 inch point and fold it upwards again at 4.25 inches. And finally, we'll pick the 6.75 inch point and fold it at the 6 inches point. So this will make the 3 upward facing pleats. This is what it's going to be like. Now we'll take one of the small pieces, the 1.5 into 5 inches pieces, and put it on top of this. To secure the pleats, we can use the clips or the pins. We'll do the same on the other side also. After securing the pleats, the two sides should measure around 5 inches now. Now we have to stitch on the two edges. Let's stitch the two sides with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. You may hand stitch it if you don't have a sewing machine. So let's do that. We can remove the pins or the clips that we have put as we sew along. Let's do the other side also and then I'll show you how it looks. After stitching the two sides, it's going to look something like this. Now we have to make a piping with the same remaining cloth to cover up the open raw edges now. For that, we'll fold the cloth, the remaining cloth, by 1/3 of its size and yet another time by 1/3 of its size so that it covers up the open raw edge on the other side of the mask as well. We can secure it using clips or pins again. We'll do the same on the other side also. So fold it by 1/3 and fold it by 1/3 again. Secure it using clips and then stitch on this open end of the piping. Let's do that. Keep removing the clips as you stitch. Stitch the other side also in the same way. Now we are just left with making the tie of the mask. For that we'll take one of the 40 into 1.5 inch long piece and make a tie with it. So for that we'll take the shorter end, fold it about 1/2 inch inward and then make a crease in the center by folding it lengthwise through the entire length of the 40 inch piece. So by finger pressing it we can make a crease. Open the fold now and bring the two raw edges or the two side edges to the center and again fold it back at the center. So it is going to be something like this. It's going to be like this. We can secure it back using the clips. As we fold, we can keep securing using the clips. So we have to do this to the entire length. A suggestion would be, if it is not very convenient to make the crease with hand, we can use the iron. So we just use the iron and make the crease so that it becomes convenient. I have put clips to secure the crease that I just made. So it's going to look something like this. Now we have to clip it to the center of the mask. So first we will take the center of this long strip and then take the center of the mask by folding it into half. So this is going to be the center. Now we are just going to sandwich this mask on the open edge of this piping that we just made. So this is the center. We are going to insert it inside this, something like this, and clip it again. So it is going to be along the center. It is going to look something like this. We'll do the same on the other side also and then stitch along the open edge of this tie. Let's do that. Okay, so now let's start putting the tie to the mask. Remove the pins as you stitch along. I would suggest to do a few back stitches at the beginning and the end so that you secure the stitches and they don't come out easily when you wash them. As you reach the mask, make sure that the mask is inserted inside the open edge of the tie. So it's kind of a sandwich between the two layers of the tie. Sure to fold the shorter edge by 1/2 inch inward before doing the final stitch at the edge. So this is what it looks like now. We'll do the same piping on the other side of the mask as well. Let's do that. So our mask is ready. We can tie it on the face. I have made a few other masks also for my kids. This one I made from an old t-shirt. So you can make the masks with an old t-shirt as well. This one I made from an old dupatta. So you can use any kind of a cotton fabric that is available, but make sure that it is 100% cotton. I'll very soon share a video about how to sterilize this mask at home as per the Government of India's guidelines. And I'll also share a video about making a mask for kids. So till then, be safe and stay at home. Regards to all.